We've had great questions. You guys got to write some questions down. One of the things I want you to do with those questions today, like I said, is go ahead and take them home. If you have any that aren't answered, we'll take them out of our notebook in a little bit. But those are great conversations to have with mom and dad, too. It makes that connection between home and what we're doing in school. And where mom can, or dad or grandma and grandpa can sit down with you and help answer your 10 questions. I can't answer all of your 10 questions. So I love that you're thinking and your brains are turning and you've got all those gears going to get more things. But write those questions down and hopefully someone else can help you with them. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about some of this, okay? What is the difference between the 3 types of joints? What are the 3 types of joints? Let's start there. Ray, what are they? One of them is the movable joints. The ball and socket, the movable.
Kind of movable. I don't remember the name for it, but I know like you can kind of move.
We have movable. What are the movable ones, guys?
Your shoulder blades.
What do we call them? They're the ball and your partially movable joints, like our knees Ray was mentioning. Those are the movable joints. That's also your hinge joints. We have partially movable joints. Those are going to be like our ribs, right? Or those ones are going to be those hinge joints. And then we have immovable joints. Great. The immovable joints, everybody point to where we can find immovable joints. Right up here. These aren't moving. Why is cartilage so important to joints? Why is cartilage important to joints? Claire? Great. It helps your bones not rub together directly and wear out. Good. What would happen if there was no cartilage in the joints? If it wasn't there at all, what would happen, Zoe?
Your body won't be protected.
Won't be quite as protected, right? If there's no cartilage between the joints, they're going to eventually what?
Wear out.
Yep, wear out and wear down. Would ligaments still be able to do their job if the tissue that they made were not stretchy?
No.
Would ligaments, those things that hold your bones together, would it be doing its job effectively if they weren't stretchy? No, they wouldn't, would they? They would not be able to do their job very well. Do you think it's more common to break an appendicular bone or an axle bone, and why? Do you think it's more common to break an appendicular bone or an axle bone, and why? Turn and share with your neighbor. Three, two, one. Stand up if you think it's more common for appendicular. Stay seated if you think axle. Great. It is probably more common to break the appendicular bones because they're what?
Outside.
They're out. They're sticking out. Those are very common to break. You're using these when you play, right? Yeah. When you're running around, you're using these ones, right? They're the ones that we're more commonly using. Have a seat. Your axle bones are protected protected more inside. Now, is it fairly common that people break ribs?
Yes.
And that's part of your axle bones, but it's not going to be as common. But those, I would say these ones are breakable because they're a little bit small. They're strong, but they're a little bit smaller too. Okay. If your body were a tree, which part of the tree would be your appendicular bones? So thinking of a tree, which part of the tree would be the appendicular bones? Charlie?
The wooden side of it.
The wooden side of it. Now, the whole tree's made of wood. But I like your thinking. Apollo?
Some of the roots at the bottom of the tree would be appendicular bones.
Great. Roots going down into the ground might be those appendicular bones. What else would be those appendicular ones if you were a tree? Kaylin? The branches, very good. Those branches would be appendicular bones. So which would be the axle bones? The trunk of the tree. Very good. Nice job. Third graders, we are going to do an exit ticket again today, okay? So I'm going to pass. Actually, you already have your notebooks out, so we'll just use our notebooks. Today, we have 3 questions we are going to answer, and I'll get them posted for us again. We have 3 questions we are going to answer today.
Isn't this our CKLA notebooks?
We have 3 questions that we will answer. I will get them pulled up, and we will start our next piece.